We all knew this was coming, and the full Season 2 trailer is here. Watching it through has led to even more questions, which means even more speculation, and you all know how much I love to speculate. So, we begin with Thaddeus telling Maximus that he's seen a lot of things. Their conversation dips in and out of the trailer, so I'll just talk about what he says at the very end. For now though, we're on to Coop, who's staring through a telescope, looking at a pack of feral ghouls. Only these ghouls used to be members of the Kings. Blink and you'll miss it, but one of them can be seen popping his collar like Elvis. Either the need to be Elvis transcends ghoulification, or the ghoul is still normal and is hanging out with his old friends. There's a close shot of a feral wearing the jailhouse rocker, only his hair is way too clean. It's probably a wig, maybe he recently turned feral, or someone is taking care of him in memory of the king. We see a longer shot of the rad scorpion from the teaser trailer, still munching on a bark scorpion, and the chicken seems to be having some difficulty fighting a rad roach, but he does get the best of the bug, and something yellow sprays out of it. Is their blood yellow now? Could be, or the roach might have eaten something yellow before it was gutted. There's also a fusion core nearby, which, if you remember, is what Thaddeus gave him for the miracle cure in Season 1. We then see a side effect of that medicine. In Season 1, Thaddeus' mangled foot was healed, and so was his throat after getting shot with a crossbow bolt, which led to Maximus guessing that Thaddeus was becoming a ghoul. Only now he has a mouth growing from his right shoulder, which is less ghoul and more FEV mutant, like the Master or Harold. Next, we see Lucy speaking to someone, could be the Legion based on the teaser trailer. Coop and Dogmeat are also with her. Outside Vault 33 there's a roach and some pre-war bodies, nothing interesting, but inside the dwellers are lining up to see if they can have babies, or at least I think that's what's going on based on the inbreeding support group poster in the background. There's a lot of dwellers down the hallway having a party, perhaps celebrating the fact that they are allowed to have children. Then we get a very interesting shot of Norm back inside Vault 31, staring down the many cryo chambers from Season 1. Coop and Lucy are somewhere, there's lots of dust, call me crazy, but I want to say that's either per Dry Lake, which is close to the Mojave outpost, and the Long 15, the NCR's most direct route to California, so they could be arguing over which path to Vegas they could take after traveling to the Mojave. Either way, they don't look happy. Next, Coop is asking Lucy what she's going to do once she finds her father, and she says she's going to bring him to justice, and Coop just laughs. But Lucy does go on to say she's doing it so people know that how they conduct themselves matters, and that they don't give up hope. Speaking of Hank, we get to see some more of the interior of the underground structure from the first trailer. Not a whole lot to go on really, but we do see Coop at a very familiar location, Camp Golf. The NCR is still here, and an unknown soldier tells him the stuff the NCR fights for used to be the same things Coop once fought for. Whatever those things are, peace, freedom, they don't matter anymore. Coop wastelanded for 200 years, and he's kept himself alive for one reason, to find his family. We do see a bit more of pre-war times with Barbara at Vault-Tec, or at least I think it's pre-war, who knows? She's holding a picture of herself, Coop, and their daughter Janie. Before we're back to current times, and Coop and Lucy are inside a vault. Given the region and the current state of the vault, it's abandoned and nature seems to be taking over, there's a chance this is Vault 22, putting them close to the city, but this also means we might see spore carriers, or what's left of them after 15 years. I wasn't too sure what I was seeing in this next scene. There's a large figure at night. At first I thought it could be someone in power armor wearing a ghillie suit, but the things hanging in the nearby trees put me back on track. This is a super mutant, storing meat in hanging bags like they tend to do. Only this super mutant is covering up, similar to Goris in Fallout 2. Maybe mutants are liked even less now, and the ones living in Jacobstown cover up when they go out hunting to avoid being seen. Or maybe this is how Nightkin have learned to cope without Stealth Boy technology. Pure speculation, but if the Vault was 22, Coop and Lucy would be close to both Vegas and Jacobstown, where super mutants live in the game. I believe the next scene where Coop finishes talking about trying to find his family is after a fight, as his mouth is all bloody, and after a quick flashback of Coop hugging Janie, we cut to black and hear a mysterious figure tell Coop that if he's trying to find his family, he's going to need friends, and the voice is that of a super mutant, probably the one he just fought. I had hoped to see Marcus in Season 2, but the figure isn't voiced by Michael Dorn, so either Marcus has a new voice actor or it's a different mutant. Maybe Neil from Black Mountain, as he's a fan favourite. Have a listen and let me know what you think.
The future is not written, human, and it is foolish to squint at what cannot be seen.
Well then, you're gonna need friends.
Either way, the mutant knows there's a war coming, and now we're at Area 51 with the Brotherhood of Steel. More on them in just a moment, because we're now back inside Vault 32. There's a Vault 31 poster, and Woody is seen talking to Chet, who's taking care of Steph Harper's unnamed child. Plus a quick scene of a woman eating a carrot stick. I don't know, I guess it's funny. Then we're back outside, and I don't really know how to explain this. There's two figures in what appears to be a children's playground, and four tall objects rising from the ground. Is this Area 51, and have the Brotherhood activated ICBMs? I'm not a rocket scientist, and these look nothing like anything I've seen before, but they don't look friendly. Cut to Hank looking dapper with a Pip-Boy 3 billion, or at least a gold variant of a Pip-Boy, still inside the underground structure beneath Vegas. And then we see Norm climbing a ladder. At the bottom are several Vault dwellers getting ready to go outside. And it's revealed they are from Vault 31. We see them outside walking along the Santa Monica beach and the pier just in the distance. They must be staying outside for some time as they have several survival packs from the previous shot. Norm is with them for some reason. Did he wake them up to send them packing as punishment and is showing them the world they get to inherit? Or is he giving them a secret mission? Not yet sure, but there is a wrecked vehicle that looks a little bit like the Highwayman from Fallout 2, which is pretty cool. In any case, as we suspected in the previous trailer, where the Brotherhood's airships were seen fighting each other, they are indeed having a civil war, confirmed by none other than this guy, who people suspect is Arthur Maxson because of the coat he's wearing, similar to the one in Fallout 4. It's a lot of speculation, which I love, but at the end of the day, it's a bomber jacket, and Maximus was seen in the teaser trailer wearing a red version, so yeah. Could be Maximus, could be a brown jacket. Either way, he's there to help, but not by invitation, meaning he might have abandoned his previous chapter to join the winning side. The next scene is going to cause a lot of uproar, and I can already feel the comment section burning, because a knight can be seen charging a Securitron. And wouldn't you know it, the Mark II upgrade has been activated, suggesting House won the second battle of Hoover Dam, and a canon ending of Fallout New Vegas has been decided. Lucy is then seen using a radium rifle, the same from the teaser trailer with the slow motion shot referencing the New Vegas introduction. Only this time she's putting down a feral ghoul. Seriously, who's styling their hair? One ghoul who doesn't have to worry about their hair is Coop, and he's meeting Robert House for what seems like the first time since their last interaction before the Great War. And one noteworthy change from the game is House's face is animated, meaning it isn't a still image and actually moves, and he seems surprisingly happy to see Coop, the man he believes will one day want to kill him. Also, because of Coop's long life, we don't know if this is after Season 1 or happened sometime in the past before the events of Season 1. Then, Lucy is inside a hotel, saying her and Coop are actually starting to get along. And then she's charging up a power fist and punching someone, I'm guessing here, but this feels like we're inside the Atomic Wrangler in Freeside, and the person she's just punched is Coop, and that's why he's seen flying out the window of the Atomic Wrangler in the teaser trailer. This is a good spot to gather their thoughts before entering the strip, and I guess they're disagreeing about what their next move should be. I bet this is the moment they split up, leading to Lucy being captured. Somehow, the Legion are still in Vegas. This could be Fortification Hill, or maybe Cottonwood Cove. Guesses aside, they seem to have a lot of people, hundreds at least, and as keen-eyed viewers suggested, Macaulay Culkin is indeed a part of the Legion. Maybe Linnaeus, or even the new Kaiser. In this shot, he's killing a Kentaurian, maybe a failed assassination attempt, or a swift reminder for the other legionaries that he's not to be trifled with. A similar thing to what Linnaeus does in the game, where he has 1/10 of his own troops killed by the other 9/10. I only say this because in leaked images, his character was seen wearing armor similar to Linnaeus, and maybe this is him having taken over after Kaiser's brain tumor decided to cash in. Then we're onto a couple of quick shots, Cleric Quintus and Dane looking worried, Betty Pearson and 2 officers walking down a hallway, maybe to confront Norm for his shenanigans, and a bit of an odd scene where Hank's blowing up a mouse. Maybe he plans on using a mouse bomb to get inside the Lucky 38. Yeah, I have no idea what he's doing, but try again. Chicken F***er has made it to the city limits, Novak is blowing up, we already know it's Coop and Lucy fighting Great Khans. Stephanie Harper is wearing a wedding dress and running from something, could be a nightmare, maybe she's jilted Chet, or is running away from a simple radroach that's got inside the vault. Lucy Goosey is underground, wearing the yellow dress from the first trailer. Now she's driving a golf cart straight out of the game, although she's probably not driven one before, and that's why she's not very good at it. Could be her running away after waking up in that strange room in the first trailer, which explains the yellow dress, but we don't know where this is. Could be Vault 21, or somewhere within the Lucky 38. Getting close to the end now, and we see Coop has indeed made some new friends. Dogmeat is still by his side, but Thaddeus is here, and so is an NCR Ranger wearing power armor. Could be the person he met at Camp Golf. However, the trailer does make it seem as though Maximus is the one wearing the armor, and he's charging head-on with a Deathclaw. A few things to note here, Freeside is bustling, lots of people, and there's still power coming from Hoover Dam. Or maybe House is sending power from the Lucky 38, although that does sound a bit too generous, even for him. Also, the fight with the Deathclaw is during the day, and in the first trailer, Coop and Lucy encountered a blind Deathclaw during the night. Is this multiple Deathclaws? Was it a really long fight? Is the Deathclaw stalking them? Or does it rush into the city, grab a snack, and dart back out? And finally, Lucy, Coop, and Dogmeat are outside the strip. Gamora is in the background, and Lucy makes an attempt at humor, saying she'd ask why her dad ran into a den of monsters, but Coop would just tell her to shut the fudge up. But there's no fudge here. And that is the Season 2 trailer of the Fallout TV show. Oh yeah, Thaddeus talking to Maximus. He says he's seen a lot of things, crazy, unnatural things, but he hasn't seen good people. Maximus says the girl he met is good, meaning Lucy, and Thaddeus says he'd be a good person like Lucy if he grew up in a cozy, impenetrable home, to not have to steal and stab and lie all the time just to get by. And that is it. Does this mean the House always wins? What's going on with Area 51? Why are the Brotherhood fighting each other? Is this confirmation of the Platinum chip being used? And why is Hank blowing up mice? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to brush up on your New Vegas knowledge before Season 2 is released, then I have a long list of videos just for you.